So some of the ideas that we want to share with you are those of you that have retail environments, and even if it's not retail, but you feel you're going to be impacted in the sense of foot traffic, people coming to your location, have a customer sign-up sheet. You want to get their name, tell them what you're doing. You know, we're getting ready for construction. We don't have all the details yet. We feel we're going to be impacted. So we'd love to get your name and information here. Look for name and email, maybe phone number, and tell them the purpose of it. We want to make sure we take care of you. We're going to be offering some specials and coupons and things like that. Get a sense of who are walk-ins. Get a sense of who's a pre-planned visit. Because the thinking of how they're going to visit your business will impact that differently. So if you have a lot of walk-in traffic, that's going to be impacted. If you have pre-planned visits, I need to get to that location to purchase something, I've got to get there, I'm going to figure it out. That's a different sort of mindset for your customers. So get a sense of the balance of walk-ins and pre-planned visits. And do it now. Gather that list now. How many of you could say you have a list of your customers, like a database of customers? Do many of you have that? Yeah, so this is sort of the first step in getting that. Because that was what I was anticipating, that many of you would not have that. And so this is a way to start to get the names of people. It's not mandatory, they don't have to, it's simply, you might offer them a special of some kind if they do that. But it's really just for you to be able to figure out who's coming to visit and what brought them there. So design a marketing campaign, offer specials. Fazita is here. Raise your hand again, Fazita. She's a print marketing expert. If you have any questions at all, she's here to answer your questions around ideas and specials and any kind of print. There's some cards on your table. These are good. You could start putting those at the front of your business. I like this little stand-up one, which is very interesting around the LRT itself. So get creative, have some fun with it, bring your own personality into how you market your business. The other thing you want to do is get the input from your staff. You will get great ideas. I mean, it's one thing for us to sort of have our own thoughts, but have a meeting with your staff, do a brainstorming session. You're going to find a lot of creativity amongst the people that work for your business. Think about things like a construction sale. There's all kinds of thoughts around that. A loyalty program. I think this one's McDonald's. 6 coffees, your 7th is free. So think of some kind of a loyalty if you think that applies to your business. Not every business is like that, but a loyalty program will bring them back and back and back. And those things work. If you think about the Tim Hortons roll up the rim, not that we can afford to do that kind of thing, but those types of things do drive traffic. That's why they do it every March. Okay. Coupon programs for slow days, 10% off Wednesdays. The fellow at the back in the hospitality business was saying that he's busy on the weekends. So if that's your, whatever your slow day is, offer some kind of an incentive for them to drop by. And again, think about those now. The whole idea of this is be thinking about this now. Get to know your neighbors if you don't already know them. You want to collaborate with them. Maybe you want to develop an app. I'm not saying you have to, but if that makes sense for your business, maybe you want to develop an app or piggyback on the app if one is going to be developed for you. Coordinate construction specials. Maybe offer rides to the area. I don't know if that works or not, but I'm trying to give you ideas to spur your creativity and to spur your thinking. I talked about parking, what might be the issue and the impact on parking. So it's really about thinking ahead as to what makes sense for your business, where you are on the corridor. Some people are right on the road, on that road, and some people are on the peripheral of it. So really think ahead. And certainly banners. Such as the Fred's Here banner, which I thought was kind of fun. I don't even know what that business is, but something that lets them know you're still in business, that this business is not shut down. And there's also a concept around if people understand, if you have made it known that you have concern for your business, and please, it's sort of like that, buy Canadian, or keep it in the neighborhood, buy local. leverage the feelings that you can create amongst your customer base around helping to support local business and helping to support businesses impacted by the construction. Sort of leverage that sort of thought that, yeah, I do want to support those businesses. I am going to make an extra effort. If it makes sense in your businesses as well, and you'll have to coordinate with local malls, but Square One, I live in Mississauga, Square One's right on that corridor. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to set up a table in the malls, or or a table somewhere that points to your store. Like, again, it's about getting creative and thinking what makes sense. I would encourage you to exchange business cards amongst the people in this room, and create connections, create a network of people that are facing the same challenges that you're facing, and call those people periodically and say, here's what I'm thinking, what are you thinking, let's have coffee, or come to my store and visit, come see the store, and because if you don't have a storefront, some of you are no storefront, if you don't have a storefront, but the other person does, go to their store, grab a coffee, and share ideas. Lean on your Board of Trade. I'm actually on the Board of Directors for the Mississauga Board of Trade, so I'm very involved. Colin, I know from the Board of Trade, is very active in the Board of Trade as well. Brampton Board of Trade, we've got the CEO here, Todd Letts. So lean on those resources. We're here to help. We feel your pain. We're as concerned as you are, and that's why through the Brampton Board, the Mississauga Board, and Metrolinx, that they've put on this series of 4 information sessions, and we're doing it so early. We could have waited, but we want you to be thinking now. We want you to be being proactive and planning, and maybe doing some printed materials, letting Metrolinx know how you want support for things like this, and think about signage, all of that. So we're early, we recognize we're early, and we don't have all the answers to all of your questions, but we wanted to get this information to you now and spur your thinking nice and early.